Hi, Dr. Paula Sauer here. Today I am talking about gaining hip flexibility, specifically with hip flexors, and I'm going to target more of the psoas iliacus part of the hip flexor today, a little bit of the rectus femoris. I'll show you what all of that means in a moment. And we're going to do a long stretch, which is about a 2-minute stretch on each side, followed by end range isometric loading, or what is known as PAILS and rails. This is to help give those muscles a chance to have strength at the end range so that we're not falling into this pattern of repeated muscle shortening and then also muscle weakness. So just because a muscle is tight in the body doesn't guarantee that that muscle is strong. So we're going to look at lengthening first and then followed by isometric loading or a little bit of strengthening. Okay, so all you need for this setup is a space to work within. You don't need a yoga mat necessarily. If you don't have a bolster like I do here, just use some pillows. You can use couch pillows, you can use your bed pillows. You just need something to pad your knee because we're going to sit in that stretch for a while, and if the surface of your ground is kind of firm like mine is, I have hardwood floors in here, and that can bother my knee after a while. So if you find that you fall into that category of hurts my knees when I'm down on them, then you just pad your knees. So come into a tall kneeling position like so, and step your right leg forward. Take your pelvis and tuck it under. We call this a posterior pelvic tilt. Right away, if you're tight, you're going to feel a little bit of a stretch in the front of your hip here. So we're getting a little bit towards iliacus, maybe a little bit of the anterior capsule of the hip as well. We can't say for sure that we're only stretching one structure here. So just know that we're probably stretching a group of structures, but we're holding this stretch. And if you want to go a little deeper, all you're going to do is bend your front knee and you're going to keep your spine upright. So for some of us, when we're tight in our hip flexors, we might feel really good coming into this back bend. If you want to go deeper, you'll take your arms up and lunge a little bit further. In yoga, we call this pose Anjane Asana. But if this doesn't feel good, because there's a chance that it might not for some of you, then you're going to keep the tuck under, but you're going to take your arms down a little bit more. So you're not going to go as deep into the back bend, or you just stay in that first position where you're tucked with a little bit of a lunge. Notice I'm not going for a super big lunge here. I don't care about that. Right now I want everything isolated in the front here. So for those of you who can go deeper, you're going to take your arms up, find a little bit of extension in your spine. If you want to go even deeper than that, you're going to grab a hold of your left arm and side bend over to the right. That's going to take the stretch way up into your belly here. And we'll hold here for 5 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Push from the front leg to come out. All right? Now, what do we do about, we've got this open a little bit more. For many of you, that should feel pretty good. Just remember, if you went into that stretch and you're like, ow, back off. We stay in the happy zone of like, what feels good into this part of your body here. To build the end range isometric, you'll go back to where you were in that stretch. Instead of just hanging out in the stretch, now I want you to feel like you're going to try to drag that knee forward this way, isometrically. It is a very internal sensation you're going to feel. And you should feel it in the hip flexor in the front here. Ready? Now you're going to try to push this bottom knee backwards. And now what you should feel is the glutes turn on and you're trying to extend that hip more. Ready? We're going to pull the knee forward again. And then push that knee back. Push. So you're toggling between the hip flexor and the glute. Hip flexor and the glute. That's what you should feel when you're pushing back. Ready? Pulling forward, you should feel the contraction in the front. Ready? And then pushing that knee back. So when you push the knee back, you're going into more extension. You should feel the glutes fire up. We're going to do one more on each side. Ready? Pull that the left knee forward. Keep pulling it forward. Ready? And then push that left knee back. Great. Come on out. Let's switch sides. So I'm going to turn around for purposes of demonstration. You don't need to turn around. Instead, you're going to take your left knee forward, tuck your pelvis under. You'll lunge a little bit. Again, you're going to feel the stretch through the front of your hip. For some of you, this might be enough. For some of you, maybe you felt this before you even lunged a little bit with your knee. We're holding here. For those that can go deeper, you take your arms up. And if you can go even deeper here, you're going to grab a hold of your right wrist, side bend away. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. And exhale. Great. Come on out for a moment. Now we're going to add the PAILS and rails, the end range isometric loading. Come back to where you were in that lunge. Now you're going to try to pull your right knee forward this way. And again, you should feel that hip flexor turn on in the front. It won't be subtle. Ready? Now you're going to push your right knee back towards the back of the room, and then you're going to feel your glute fire up. Ready? Pull your right knee forward. And then push your right knee back. So glutes are firing. Ready? Pull your right knee forward. Hip flexors turn on more substantially. Push your right knee back. You should feel your right glutes really kick on here. One more round of each. Pull that right knee forward. Right hip flexors turn on. Your belly should remain tight. You should keep an upright posture through all of this. Last one, you're going to take your right knee back, and you should feel the right glute fire up. Very good. Take your front knee, push yourself out. All right, so that's going to get to psoas and iliacus. Next, we're going to target a little bit more of the rectus femoris. For this, you're going to need a towel or a strap. So I'm going to use a yoga strap here. We'll go back to our kneeling position. You'll step your right leg forward. You'll take the strap around your left foot. I like to use a long strap here so that I can put this over my shoulder. And if you can pull your foot in more, great. This is my flexibility right now. I never judge this. Every day it's different for me. So one day it might feel really good to pull my foot in all the way, and other days I'm just really stiff here. If you have the same experience, just know that that's pretty normal. Okay, so we're holding this stretch. If you want to go a little deeper, all you have to do is lunge a little deeper through the front leg. For me, I don't need to go any deeper, but it would look kind of like this. So this you may feel in the front of your thigh a little bit more. Now, what is your pelvis doing? Your pelvis is still tucking under. It's just now you're going to feel this in the front of your thigh a lot more. From here, we're going to do an end range isometric without coming out of this position. So the end range isometric doesn't look exciting. The first one we're going to do is kick your left foot into the strap more. So you're trying to push your foot away from your butt. That you should feel in the front of your thigh more. And then you're going to try to pull your foot in towards your butt, and then you're going to feel your hamstring really kick on more. Ready? Kick into the strap. These don't look exciting, but they're very heating. They really warm you up. Ready? Pull your foot in towards your butt. Try to lift it off that strap. Woo! Hamstring cramp. Ready? And kick into the strap. And then pull your foot up away from the strap. That hamstring should be really gripping there quite a bit. 2 more. Ready? Push into the strap. And then pull your foot away from the strap. Last one. Kick into the strap. And then pull your foot away from the strap. Again, we're getting that hamstring. And release, let go of the strap. Okay, let's do the other side. I'm going to turn around so you can see better, but you don't have to. Come back into a kneeling position. Now your left foot's going to come forward. The strap goes around your right foot. For some of you, just lifting up a little bit might feel quite intense. For me, this is my knee. I had surgery on, so I tend to have more restrictions. So you're going to see that on here. Isn't that cool? Even though people are instructing you on things, they have injuries too. Okay, so for me, you can see that's it. That's all I have. Anything beyond that starts to hurt my knee. So again, I'm avoiding pain. You should be doing the same thing at home. So how you avoid pain is you start to come out of the range a little bit, and then you're going to adjust your pelvis and then lunge a little bit more. And maybe that's where you get the stretch more in the front of your thigh. So that's how you would modify that. You can see my range is nowhere near the same as the other side. That, and I'm not a young chicken anymore. So we're just holding the stretch. And if you are noticing as you get older that your body is changing what it can handle, just respect that. Don't force things to happen, but also be open to the fact that your body can change. You can gain mobility, even when you look like this one day. Who cares? Don't judge it. Just go, all right, how's this? If I keep doing this, how is this going to look in, say, 2 or 3 months? All right, ready? We're going to kick into the strap. And then you're going to pull your foot away from the strap. Try to get that hamstring to fire up. Go a little deeper. Look at that. See, my range is already changing. And kick. So when we kick, we should feel the front of the thigh really fire up. Good. Now, ready? Pull your heel in towards your butt. That should fire up your hamstring where you should really feel this right back here in the back of your thigh. That's where your hamstring is. Ready? And kick. And then pull your heel towards your butt. Try to lift it off that strap. Ready? 2 more. Kick. And then pull your heel in. And then the last one, here we go. Kick into the strap. And then pull your heel up and in towards your butt. You should feel your hamstring really fire here. All right, good job. All right, that's it. So this is a great example of end range isometrics, or what we call PAILS and rails. This will really help open up the hip flexors in the front. It's not targeting all of them, but it's targeting some of the major players here. There, of course, is always a lot more that we can cover. Keep checking back. So this video is in response to a few messages that I got through Instagram. You can contact me any method that you wish, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can email me, Paula at alignptla.com. My Instagram handle is Dr. Paula Sauer. I also have my clinic on there as at Align Physical Therapy. And then you can find me, of course, on Facebook. Everything's public. I'm sharing all of this. Oh, and on LinkedIn too. I'm on all of them. Go figure. All right, thanks everybody for joining me. Hopefully this helps open up the front of your hips, especially if you're sitting a lot. And if you have more questions, post them down below. I will answer them. Until then, I hope you are all well. I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.